December 15, 1982. A Swiss bank vault, 3 stories underground. A banker's trembling hands slide a single document across polished marble. The price for this paper? $100 million. Cash. The buyer? Unknown. But we know who was selling. 17 world governments. All desperate to make this document disappear forever. What could be worth that much money to hide? What truth was so dangerous that nations would bankrupt their treasuries to bury it? Tonight, we're going to tell you about Document X-847. The paper that broke governments. The secret that cost over $100 billion to suppress. And why people are still dying to keep it buried. Our story begins in 1943. World War II is raging. But in a basement laboratory in Los Alamos, New Mexico, something else is happening. Something that would change everything. Dr. Elena Vasquez, a Spanish physicist working on the Manhattan Project, makes a discovery. Not about atomic bombs. About something far more dangerous. She's analyzing uranium samples when she notices something impossible. The decay patterns don't match known physics. She runs the tests again. Same results. The uranium isn't just radioactive. It's generating energy from an unknown source. Infinite energy. Free energy. Energy that could power the entire world without coal, oil, or nuclear fuel. Elena documents everything. Equations. Test results. Proof. She writes it all down in a classified report marked X-847. But then she disappears. Official records say Dr. Vasquez died in a laboratory accident on March 3, 1944. Radiation poisoning. Her body was never found. Her research? Classified indefinitely. Here's the first twist. Elena didn't die. She escaped. With copies of document X-847. For 38 years, Elena lived in hiding. Moving from country to country. City to city. Always one step ahead of the men hunting her. Because governments around the world were desperate to find her. And her document. Why? Because free energy would collapse the global economy overnight. Oil companies would become worthless. Coal industries would die. Nuclear power would be obsolete. Trillions of dollars would vanish. Entire nations would fall. So they hunted her. The CIA, MI6. The KGB. Mossad. Every intelligence agency on Earth had one mission: find Elena Vasquez. Find document X-847. Second twist. They weren't trying to steal the document. They were trying to buy it. Because in 1958, Elena did something brilliant. She made copies. Hundreds of them. And she gave specific instructions to lawyers around the world. If she died, the document would be released publicly. Every newspaper. Every university. Every government would get a copy. Deadman switch. The ultimate insurance policy. So governments couldn't kill her. They had to negotiate. Throughout the 1960s and 70s, secret payments were made. Millions of dollars. Then billions. All to keep Elena quiet. All to keep document X-847 buried. But Elena was getting old. And in 1982, she was dying. That brings us back to that Swiss bank vault. December 15, 1982. Elena's final deal. $100 million for the original document and all remaining copies. Plus guaranteed destruction of the Deadman switches. 17 governments split the cost. The United States, Soviet Union, United Kingdom, France, West Germany, Japan, Saudi Arabia, and 10 others we may never know. Elena Vasquez died 2 weeks later. Natural causes, the death certificate claimed. She was buried in an unmarked grave in Geneva. No funeral. No mourners. No record of her existence. Third twist. The document wasn't destroyed. Intelligence sources suggest document X-847 still exists. Locked away in a classified vault beneath the Pentagon. Or maybe the Kremlin. Or somewhere else entirely. Because here's what they discovered after Elena's death. She had lied about destroying all the copies. At least 3 documents remain unaccounted for. Hidden somewhere in the world. Waiting. And that's why the payments never stopped. Government black budgets still allocate billions every year to what they call energy suppression operations. Hunting for those missing copies. Paying off anyone who gets too close to the truth. Every few years, someone claims they found it. A physicist in Moscow, 1987. A graduate student in Tokyo, 1994. An oil engineer in Texas, 2003. They all had the same story. They discovered the secret of free energy. They all met the same fate. Accidents. Suicides. Disappearances. The total cost of suppressing document X-847. Intelligence estimates suggest over $100 billion. Spread across 8 decades. The most expensive cover-up in human history. But here's what we'll never know. Was Elena's discovery real? Could free energy actually work? Or was this the greatest scientific hoax ever created? The truth is locked away in classified vaults. Protected by billions of dollars and decades of death. We may never know what document X-847 really contained. But we know this. 17 governments thought it was worth $100 million to bury. And they're still spending billions to keep it buried. What are they so afraid of? What truth is worth that much money to hide? Maybe someday we'll find out. Or maybe document X-847 will stay buried forever. Along with the woman who died to protect it. If this story terrifies you as much as it should, subscribe for more buried truths. Because some secrets are too dangerous to stay hidden. And we're going to find them all.